The Queen greeted fans in Scotland with a wave and a smile as she arrived in Edinburgh as part of her first outing since the Platinum Jubilee yesterday, and new video shows he alighted the royal train without any assistance. A royal assistant stood ready to help Her Majesty down the steps onto the platform, but she descended the steps without any help, dressed in a powder blue coat with an hat. Her Majesty is shown stepping off the royal train and smiling before waving to her fans. The footage comes as the Queen begins her traditional trip to Scotland on Monday for a week of royal events. The 96-year-old, who has cut back on public engagements due to mobility issues, showed no sign of discomfort when handling the journey. Royal sources prior to the Jubilee that the Queen would miss the Epsom Derby for the third time of her reign in order to pace herself for the festivities, which took place over a 4-day weekend marking her 70 years on the throne. But she was all smiles as she took part in the historic ceremony of the Keys on Monday, the traditional opener to Holyrood Week for the royal family. The Queen, who has a deep love for Scotland, has been joined by her youngest son, Edward, and his wife, Sophie, known as the Earl and Countess of Forfar, while they are in Scotland, for the event, which is taking place at the Palace of Holyroodhouse. The ceremony sees the monarch handed the keys of the city and welcomed to her ancient and hereditary Kingdom of Scotland. During the event, music was provided by the pipes and drums of the Royal Highland Fusiliers, 2nd Battalion, the Royal Regiment of Scotland, and the band of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. Her Majesty hopes to carry out several engagements this week, and will meet Scottish First Minister Nicola Sturgeon during her stay. However, Her Majesty will not take part in the annual garden party at Holyroodhouse on Wednesday, the BBC reported. More than 30,000 people are usually invited each year to Buckingham Palace or the Palace of Holyroodhouse. Pictured, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince Edward, left, and Sophie, Countess of Wessex during the traditional ceremony at Holyroodhouse. Her children, including Prince Charles, will be supporting her all week, but Prince Andrew, pictured, will stay away because of controversy about his settlement with Virginia Roberts Giuffre, an abuse victim of his friend Jeffrey Epstein. The trip comes after the recent Platinum Jubilee celebrations for the Queen, in which she pledged to continue to do her job to the best of my ability, supported by my family. Pictured, Prince of Wales, Queen Elizabeth II, Prince George, the Duke of Cambridge, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, and the Duchess of Cambridge appear on the balcony of Buckingham Palace at the end of the Platinum Jubilee pageant earlier this month.